everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be giving my predictions for week 5 Premier League fixtures. I know you guys are probably thinking, yet again I only got one prediction right, but I don't even care because last week was filled with late VAR decisions, late winners, epic meltdowns from teams like Tottenham. It was filled with so much drama that it was worth the trouble for being wrong for nearly every single fixture. But in all honesty, let us all pray just for a second that we get more of the exact same thing, because this has been the best start to our Premier League fixtures in years. But before going on this video, make sure you guys like, comment, and hit that big subscribe button right there, because I've nearly reached 450 subscribers, so make sure you guys subscribe and make sure you leave your own predictions in the comment section on who you think will win this weekend in the Premier League. So the first game I'm going to start off with is Man United versus Chelsea, which is supposed to be the game of the weekend. I've been thinking about this game long and hard, but let's be honest, both teams look shaky at the back and they can't even defend. Players like Maguire, players like Zuma, players like Christensen, players like Lindelof, the strikers will have so much fun in this game, scoring a lot of goals.
Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
How times have really changed, because imagine 10 years ago, we were talking about, not so long ago, there were nights within the league, players like Rio Ferdinand, Emmanuel Vidic and John Terry were no striker even there to get past them. And now these teams are conceding goals left, right and centre. And I know you Man United fans are probably thinking,
Ollie's lit the wheel, man. He's doing it. He's doing his thing. Man United are back.
we scored 4 goals against Newcastle, but don't get deceived. All these 4 goals were classic Ollie goals. Goals on the counter, goals from set pieces, goals within open play. Never goals where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has to have a game plan to break teams down. However, one positive sign is that Bruno Fernandes has proved that he can do more than just score penalties. But on a serious note, he did have a tremendous game against Newcastle, winning the man of the match. And when I really thought hard about this game, I feel like whichever team will win this game is the team with less possession. And I know that sounds crazy, but I feel like both teams are better on the break, better on their counter-attack, don't have the pressure to break teams down. So whichever team has less possession, they can literally focus on defending, but when the time comes and the team is literally all over the place in terms of attacking, they can literally get in behind the other team's defenders. So when on the break, these strikers will have the ability to torture defenders, like we saw Werner do to Southampton, scoring those 2 goals one-on-one, and Rashford getting in behind Newcastle. So if Man United really want to win, they should look back at last year for guidance when they won 4-0, when they shouldn't have won 4-0, but they won 4-0, and all of their goals literally came on the break. So because of this, I don't feel like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should start Cavani, even though it looks like he is fit. This game is not designed for this guy, because Christian and Zuma will have a field day defending against strikers who are literally just right in front of them. So because Man United are home and they just won 4-1 against Newcastle, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has a superb record against the big teams, I am going to be predicting a 2-1 victory for Manchester United. So the next game I'm going to be talking about is Arsenal versus Leicester. And I just want to say one thing about Arsenal. I can't believe I predicted them to get a point against Man City. But you know what? I'm to blame for that. I shouldn't have faith in Arsenal. I've seen their poor record against top 6 sides away from home. So why did I even predict that they were going to get a point? They paid too much respect to Man City. I saw it within their eyes, that even in the last 15 to 10 minutes of the game, they had no belief, no faith, no hope that they could snatch a point against a big side. That's typical Arsenal for you. However, lucky for Arsenal, it's not like Leicester are in good form themselves, losing their last 2 games without even scoring a goal. And Jamie Vardy is injured, who is shown to be a massive miss, because he was last year's top goal scorer within the Premier League, showing that he still has the ability to stretch defences, which he would be doing against Arsenal. Jamie Vardy just has an appetite for scoring against Arsenal. If you looked at his goal scoring record against them, within 8 starts, he scored 8 goals against them. So this is such a pivotal player for Leicester to win this game. Even though Arsenal do look better defensively, Leicester have Talisman, who's one of the best ball carriers within the league and can create chances for Jamie Vardy on the break if he does play. However, if Arsenal do get the luxury to play against Iheanacho, it's going to be so easy for David Luiz and Gabriel to defend against him, because he's literally always going to be in front of him. Especially on counter-attacks, Iheanacho doesn't have the pace to get in behind, who always wants ball to feet. And because of this reason, if Jamie Vardy doesn't play, I'm going to be predicting a 2-1 victory for Arsenal. So the next game I'm going to be predicting is Burnley versus Spurs. And it's always the North London clubs who always let the fans down when they need them most. Spurs, in typical Spurs fashion, literally melted down against West Ham, letting a 3-0 lead slip against West Ham, conceding all 3 goals in the last 10 to 15 minutes of the game. Only Spurs are capable of doing such a thing.
What a load of bollocks. Have you ever heard anything like it?
When you just have the hope, the belief, just maybe, Spurs have turned a corner and become title contenders. They just show their true colours and become title pretenders. Conceding 3 goals in 10 minutes is just pathetic, especially for a Mourinho side who has been known to be so trustworthy to not concede any goals in the last 10 to 15 minutes. This shows Tottenham's defence, Sanchez, Aurier, need to leave the club if Tottenham have any hope for contending for either the Premier League or for a Champions League position. But they're just in luck that they're facing Burnley FC, who are still yet to win a game within the Premier League, barring they do have 2 games in hand, and have scored the second least amount of goals within the Premier League. So they will not be able to keep up with Spurs' scoring spree because they have scored 9 goals in the last 2 games with Kane and Son just on fire at the right time. The only way to beat Spurs at the moment is probably to match them within goals, scoring 2 to 3 goals, which we know Burnley are notoriously famous not to do. Son has been playing so excellent on a goal scoring spree, and I don't know when this is going to stop. Kane has shown that he's a much improved all-round player, knowing that ever since the departure of Eriksen, he has more responsibility on his shoulders that he has to create for the likes of Son, Lucas Moura, Bergwijn, or any other player. And this has been backed up because he already has 7 assists within the league this season. So because of the goal scoring streak that Spurs are on and the lack of goals that Burnley can create and score, I'm going to be predicting a 3-1 victory for Spurs. So the next game I'm going to be predicting is Liverpool versus Sheffield United. And before I start to talk about this game, I just want to say that Liverpool got robbed against Everton. That stupid VAR decision, that stupid injury that Pickford to Van Dijk, and all these other stupid factors, the late winner at the end. There's so many other factors why Liverpool should have won that game. But that's all in the past now. Liverpool have to deal with the injury of Van Dijk. Liverpool have to look at the bigger picture that Van Dijk is injured, and this has literally blown the title race open for any team who's worthy or consistent that they could actually win the Premier League this season. I've said this so many times in my other videos, but without Van Dijk, our defense looks so ordinary. Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to be exposed for a poor defender that he is. He should have stopped that cross from Digne, which assisted Calvert-Lewin for that great header. Matip and Gomez are good Premier League defenders, but no one would say that they're the top 5 best centre-backs within the Premier League right now. And what's worse, we have Kepa 2.0, Adrian, still between our goalposts, who is prone to concede goals on a weekly, which he shouldn't be conceding, like he did against Everton, where he conceded a weak header against Everton, where Keane literally headed the ball right at him. I swear you do that in catching practice. How did he catch that ball? But it's just Liverpool's luck that we're versing Sheffield United, who've scored the least amount of goals within the Premier League, that they have not looked as convincing as last season within the Premier League, where we're not going to be troubled defensively. So this game, I'm hoping for a clean sheet to finally install confidence within that back four, that although Van Dijk is gone, that we still can be confident defensively, that games will not go into a scoring frenzy like they did 2 to 3 years ago when we didn't have Van Dijk. I feel like Sheffield United are suffering from typical second season syndrome, where you don't have that chip on the shoulder and teams have found out your way of playing and know how to counteract this. So I feel like this game is going to be great for Liverpool to score a lot of goals. So because Liverpool are still great attacking and we have no injuries in that department, I'm going to be predicting a 2-0 victory, hopefully for Liverpool. I'd rather have a 2-0 than a 5-1 or a 5-2. I just want a clean sheet. So the next game I'm going to be predicting is West Ham versus Man City. And I have to start with West Ham. They keep being unpredictable. The first 15 minutes against Spurs, they look like a relegation side. The last 15 minutes against Spurs, they look like a Champions League contender to finish within those top 4 positions. It is crazy. 1 minute I'm thinking David Moyes is the curse at West Ham. He finally returned on the touchline, and that's why they conceded 3 goals within the first 15 minutes. But then I see Lanzini score an absolute screamer with the last kick of the game in a London derby against Spurs. That is literally goal of the season, undoubtedly. You see, this game, if they beat Man City, then I'm going to hold my hands up like, I've got nothing else to say. I can't keep doubting this West Ham side, but one more time, I'm going to doubt them, and I don't think they're going to be able to defeat Man City. And on to Man City though, I can't lie, I feel like this performance against Arsenal has been one of their best performances in recent years. They have shown, ever since the departure of Vincent Kompany, that they can actually defend for once. Diaz at the back looks superb, Ake as well, and even Kyle Walker playing right centre back to neutralise the effect of Aubameyang on that wing, because that's the only way Arsenal can score. Kyle Walker literally matched Aubameyang pace for pace, stride for stride throughout the whole game. Even Cancelo playing in the centre midfield. Who would have thought that he would have shown a dominant display against Arsenal like that? Philosopher Pep Guardiola at it yet again. With supposedly the strong defensive set up by Man City, finally they can get into a rhythm. And Aguero and Sterling coming back with the likes of Bernardo Silva and Morris still playing as well. It's only a matter of time before Man City start clicking on all cylinders to start scoring all those goals again. So for this game, I still believe just in West Ham a little bit, so I'm going to be predicting a 2-1 victory for Manchester City. So the last game I'm going to be talking about is Aston Villa versus Leeds. Aston Villa are the most informed team within the league so far, with so many doubters thinking that, okay, yeah, you beat Fulham, yeah, you beat these poor sides, but can you really beat the best teams within the league? And they did that. They proved us all wrong, proved me wrong as well, beating Liverpool 7-2, beating Leicester 1-0 away from home as well. So literally, their confidence is sky high at the moment.
You can't tell me I ain't fly. You can't tell me I ain't fly. I know I'm super fly. I know I'm super fly.
I've been seeing so many posts comparing who's the best three midfielders within the league on the same team. I see Bruno Fernandes, Pogba, Van der Beek. I see Liverpool's three midfielders. I see Man City's three midfielders. But why aren't Aston Villa getting the love and appreciation they deserve of their midfielders? Players like McGinn, players like Grealish, players like Ross Barkley, who has literally resurrected his career. Looked like the Ross Barkley of old who used to dominate for Everton. Literally one of the best ball carriers within the Premier League so far this season. The way he creates chances, the way he caused havoc against Leicester, the way he caused havoc against Liverpool, showing that potentially Chelsea made a mistake for letting him go. However, it's only been 2 games, and I do feel like Chelsea has made the right decision, because I don't feel like Ross Barkley is the best midfielder to break teams down. He's better in open space, driving against weak defences on the break. Also, Martinez has proven that he's going to be one of the best signings this season already. Aston Villa already are the only team to have a 100% win record so far within the Premier League. So do Aston Villa fans dare to dream? Dare to dream like a certain team in 2015 to 2016 who won the Premier League to be like one of those teams? Could they do it? There's still 33 to 34 games left within the Premier League season, so only time will tell whether or not they can do it. So Leeds surprisingly lost the game against Wolves. So in this game, I'm going to be predicting a 2-1 victory for Aston Villa and this fairy tale to continue. So all the other games for my predictions, I'll put them right here so you guys can see. So the games like Southampton and Everton and etc. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out. I'll see you in the next video.